2001, 44-year-old Patricia Spann had lost her husband, James Spann. They had 3 children together, 2 boys and 1 girl. Patricia had lost custody of her children soon after James's death. The children's paternal grandmother had ended up adopting them. The children grew up in the care of their grandmother until some of them became young adults. During that time, they had no contact with their birth mother, Patricia. In 2007, Patricia had introduced herself as a potential date for her 18-year-old son, Jody. Jody was unaware that Patricia was his birth mother, and they ended up getting married in 2008. In 2010, Jody ended up finding out that Patricia was his biological mother and ended the marriage. In 2004...
What's up, Seekers? Welcome back to the channel, man. How you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are doing alright, man. If you're brand new here, man, what we do is, man, we break down scary, creepy videos, man, on the net, on the web, from YouTube videos to IG videos to TikTok videos to Facebook videos, man. Anything weird, usual, unexplained, you can find right here on this channel. Just want to say I want to thank the Seekers who's been tapping in with us, man, subbing up to the channel. Really appreciate that, man. Like I said, we're growing strong. So found this video for you guys today. Let's do what we do best, man. Seek the truth.
Mom married 2 of her children. Oklahoma of 2001, 44-year-old Patricia Spann had lost her husband, James Spann. They had 3 children together, 2 boys and 1 girl. Patricia had lost custody of her children soon after James's death. The children's paternal grandmother had ended up adopting them. The children grew up in the care of their grandmother until some of them became young adults. During that time, they had no contact with their birth mother, Patricia. In 2007, Patricia had introduced herself as a potential date for her 18-year-old son, Jody. Jody was unaware that Patricia was his birth mother, and they ended up getting married in 2008. In 2010, Jody ended up finding out that Patricia was his biological mother and ended the marriage. In 2014, Patricia was able to reunite with her daughter, Misty, and claim that they just hit it off. And on March 26 of 2016, the both of them ended up getting married. Authorities had found out about the relationship during a child welfare investigation just 5 months later. Detectives had learned that not only had she married her daughter, but she had married her son as well. Patricia had managed to marry both of her children since her name was not on their birth certificates. Misty was given a 10-year suspended jail sentence after admitting to incest. In January of 2018, Patricia went to trial, pled guilty, and was sentenced to 2 years in prison and got an additional 8 years of probation.
This man was...
So let me get this straight. Not only did she marry her, the son, and they was together, then she just turned around and just did the same thing to her daughter, man. What be going through people's minds, man, when they be doing these acts? Because I truly don't get it. And like, how could she not recognize? I mean, I understand, like, I guess she haven't seen him in years, but they didn't even question, like, where they from. Mom's story, no stories came about being like, yeah, my mom left me or something like that. They just completely avoided that, and they just got married, bro. And the thing that got me is, bro, she doubled back with it, man. Just said, I'm gonna marry my daughter. And the thing is, she knew at that time that was her daughter, and she still did it. If it can make you want to throw up, Seekers, bro. This world, bro, it's a crazy place, man.
Caught on camera murdering his wife, and he only got 10 years in prison. Carrie Birmingham, who was 60 years old, shot his wife Patricia Birmingham, who was 48 years old. He shot her 3 times outside their home in Spring, Texas, and the couple had been arguing for about 30 minutes after Carrie allegedly discovered the affair his wife was having. This incident was captured on video by his wife Patricia, and in the disturbing video, Carrie can be seen walking in the driveway with a bathrobe on and a shotgun in his hand. Carrie can also be heard telling his wife, quote, "Okay, bye. You're going to meet Jesus. I hope it was worth it," end quote, before shooting her 3 times and killing her. Whatever you do, don't look up the video. It honestly is pretty disturbing, and I wouldn't recommend watching it. After doing this, Carrie was arrested and charged with murder, being held on a $200,000 bond, and recently in 2024, Carrie Birmingham pleaded guilty to the murder, but claimed he shot his wife in the heat of the moment. And despite the jury being all females, the woman sentenced Carrie to 10 years in prison, with parole eligibility in 5 years. Now I'm going to play a short clip from the video showing Carrie talking to Patricia before he shot her dead.
Video? A bullet. A man that shoots bullet. Okay. Alright, goodbye, Reese. Nice to meet you.
These are 8 horrifying facts.
And he only got 10 years, bro. I'm telling you guys, Seekers, man. Sometimes, like I said, the justice system, sometimes it fares equal, sometimes it's freaking out, bro. But the thing is, man, like, they got a freaking video proof. Everything he said and did. He only got 10 years, bro. Yeah, I guess it's different rules, bro, for freaking different people, man. It shouldn't be like that, but it truly doesn't make sense, man. He only got 10 years for that? You would think someone would, like, get life for that, bro. Like, the video evidence is right there in front of him. Like, I don't know what they can't comprehend, man. He said the jury was all freaking females as well, so it's like, you would think, bro, everything was stacked against him, man, and he just freaking beat the odds in this case, bro. Got 10 years. Seekers, what do you guys think about that one?
Facts that will probably keep you up at night. In ancient Rome, soldiers used to drink fresh, warm blood to cure epilepsy. There are antidepressants that eliminate someone's ability to feel love and compassion. The Exorcist movie resulted in many of its cast dying, including 2 actors whose characters died in the movie. In 2017, an asteroid named AG-13 passed by our home planet with less than the distance of the moon. Scientists saw it coming only 2 days before it could have hit Earth. One of the most haunted dolls is Robert. It belonged to a child named Eugene in 1904. The 2 most dangerous books are called Shams al-Ma'arif and Al-Ghazali. They carry rituals for summoning demons. In ancient England, people used tops of hollowed human skulls to drink and eat. At Harvard University, there's a book bound in human skin, like for part 6.
Crazy, what the hell? Especially about the antidepressants, that's kind of scary, actually. What's going on?
The Florida Man, national treasure of sorts. Both a nightmare and a cause of intrigue for millions. Florida man in facing attack believes he was half man, half dog. Florida man arrested for throwing a gator into a Wendy's. Florida man destroys nest full of wasps with his bare hands. Now who is the Florida man? I mean, you and I both know that it's multiple people doing insane things in the real life GTA server that is Florida, but the legend still remains. One man doing things none of us could fathom. The Florida Man. It's become a fun game for people to look up the phrase Florida Man followed by their birthday to see what crazy things the Florida Man did that day. For me, I was born on January 14th, and what comes up is kill him with kindness. Florida Man kills someone with a machete named Kindness. You never know what you could find. What is going on down there in Florida? And how has it gone on for this long? All the answers we may never have. But all of that is part of the mystery of
the Florida Man. I'm gonna freaking have to check that out, Seekers. I know some freaking crazy things be going on in Florida, man, but to actually hear that there's like multiple stories and like how they came like a freaking legend or something, man, that they just call it the Florida Man because they be doing things that people just can't, I guess, fathom they be doing. I'm going to look that up, check it out on my birthday and see what happened. Hey, Seekers, man, comment down below, guys, if you guys going to check that out as well, Florida Man. And tell me you guys and you guys stories in the comments down below, so we can connect together, man. See what we find, bro. Sharing our research, Seekers. That's what we do over here, man.
You're probably watching this on Tuesday, the 19th March. How do I know this? The same way I know the first person that appears when you click on share and then on more has an A in its name. It's a matter of probabilities. For example, comment a number between 0 and 10. I will give you 3 seconds to do it. I will guess your number in the end of this video. Striking your head against the wall can make you lose 150 calories per hour. Most people's phone don't have this emoji, comments funnaface in square brackets to unlock it. If poison goes past the expert duration date, does it become more or less toxic? Tickling you said to be a form of torture. Cheating is the cause of 1/3 of all murders. If a person sleeps too much, they are unhappy. The reason why chefs wear high hats is to show which chef has the highest position. There are at least 6 to 10 people in the world who look exactly like you, and there's a 9% chance that you'll meet one of them in your lifetime. Before I guess your number like this video, and follow me for good luck this week. The number you commented was number 7. Comment if I got it right or not.
This is the scariest video on TikTok. So the video is just that trend where you play a scary audio and then you trap someone in a room and record the reaction. Now normally in these videos they'll have like a fake ghost effect. But this is a little different because it has probably the creepiest thing I've ever seen in a TikTok. And that is this woman. She just stands there and stares the entire time. Like she barely moves at all. She's so still the whole time, people are debating whether or not she's even real. Now looking deeper into the account, the woman seems to just be this lady, but they also post a lot of paranormal videos about things that happen in their house, like pictures moving on their own and creepy stuff like that. So maybe this lady is really just a ghost, but I'll let y'all decide that.
Ghost lady, man, when people be doing these trends, bro, they be exposing, man, what's real and what's fake, man. But the way she was just looking like dead at the camera, didn't move, bro. It looks like she was a freaking completely different person. She could have been a skinwalker or something, man. Because in that picture that they showed you, she looked like a completely different person from that lady that was just staring. They looked like completely two different sets of people, bro. You have to check out the challenge on TikTok, Seekers. The hell is that?
That's a kiwi birdie. I like the fruit. I'm finna tell you why it has every reason to scream. A disclaimer: women, mothers, y'all gonna feel this one. So a little history lesson. Once upon a time, nature decided I needed to live in fear, and so created a group of birds called ratites. These ratites are the biggest birds on the planet, include the ostrich, Australian war criminal, the emu, and the great value Latin big bird, the rhea. You probably see where the dinosaur allegations came from. But there's another member of the group I didn't mention. Yeah, the kiwi. The kiwi's like having cousins 6'6", 6'9", and 6'10". Meanwhile, you're like Tory Lanez and get shorter when you stand up. To be fair, they're not as small as you think, but when you got Outback Big Bird pulling up to your family reunion, this is disgraceful. But the problem is, nature shrunk everything about this bird except their eggs, because despite being 40 times smaller, kiwi eggs are basically in the same weight class of an ostrich's, except where an ostrich lays an egg 1% of its body weight. The kiwi has about 20% clogging its cloaca. It's so big it rearranges her organs. It's so big it expands her rib cage. It's so big sometimes they fast, no Ramadan, but because they physically can't fit food anymore. Imagine you as a woman pushing out a 30-pound dependent without an epidural or anesthesia. Scientists have watched pregnant kiwis literally drag themselves to cool water just to sit to relieve the pain. And you know she doesn't need food to be fed, because as soon as that egg comes out, she pulls a Nemo's mom and dips to let the male deal with it. The more you know, although sometimes I really wish I didn't.
The kiwi. Okay, learn something every single day, Seekers, bro. That ball.
Earth's Scariest Places Part 27. This is Bangar Fort, one of the most haunted places in India. It's so haunted that the public isn't even allowed near it. There are even signs warning the locals not to get close past sundown. This place has an extremely dark history, and it all started with this woman, Princess Ratnavati. She was the crown jewel of India at the time, wanted by every man. An unnamed local met her and fell in love. This local was well versed in black magic. Knowing he could never win her over, he tried to cast a spell on her, but she caught on to his act. She took the potion that he tried to give her and threw it in his face. Right before it hit him, it turned into a boulder and crushed him to death. With his last breath, he cursed the fort and all the lands around it. Ever since then, the place has been prone to ghosts, sickness, paranormal activity, and much more. It's said if you venture here, you will get deathly ill. That's why this place remains empty, and only the brave go here.
Damn. It's a freaking dark story, Seekers, bro. Like, he freaking, I guess, fell in love with that freaking woman, bro. And he tried to do some, I guess, like, some dark magic, dark voodoo, and it didn't end well. And, like, it freaking backfired on him, and look what happened. But to hear, man, that the freaking India, that they closed that place down, like, no outsiders, they said nobody, don't even go there, bro. Because they said you get sick, you'll get ill. I wonder who tried to go in there already, bro. Because you know people have probably tried to venture in there. And they documented that, bro. So I could probably try to look that up and try to find some videos about that. Haunted places, bro. We never go. Man, I ain't gonna do it. If they say the place is haunted, Seekers, I'm not the type of person that venture. I'll be like, okay, I believe you. I ain't going. I'll deal with that bad energy, man.
According to new research, the UK is officially the second most miserable country in the world. So here's how miserable your country is. According to the 4th annual Mental State of the World report, Nigeria did really well with a score of 83 out of 100. I know the comments are going to go wild about this one, but the United States is doing pretty well mentally, scoring 73 out of 100.
Really?
Saudi Arabia scored 68, Canada scored 67. Now this part is wild because 6th from last place is Australia, which is where I lived for 4 years. 3rd from last place is South Africa, which is where I grew up, and then 2nd to dead last is the UK, which is where I live now, on a journey of misery. And if you look at the graph, which shows the percentage of people in each country struggling mentally, the UK and South Africa are dead last. The question is, do you agree with your country's ranking or not?
Is that, I want to see, because do you guys think that's a pretty accurate rating? Because the maybe said America's like at 73, something like that. I know probably some people really disagree, man. Like I said, I wonder who like behind that process, man, because I'm pretty sure some people in the comments will probably be different about that. They say UK is the second most miserable country. I don't know, I gotta check that out, man. I know some people love the freaking UK. We're gonna have to dive into that research, because, bro, like I said, it's always up to us, man, to go deeper.
Can you hold the fucking light straight?
What the?
This isn't a normal horse. I've looked up a weird situation like this. It's actually a skinwalker trying to form itself like an animal.
Hello.
Who's that? These skinwalkers, bro. What the? That was like moving.
If you heard rumors about TikTok getting banned, it is 100% true. The bill to ban TikTok in the US has passed. 352 parties from the House of Representatives voted yes to the ban, and only 65 parties voted no. So, what happens now? The last stage before this ban, this vote will be moved to the Senate of 100 members, 2 people from each state. And then the Senate decides whether to ban TikTok or not. And if they do, Mr. Joe has to approve it, in which he already announced he will be approving it. And if the ban was officially approved by the president, TikTok has to sell their app to an American company within 6 months. If they don't sell it to America, it will be permanently banned. What saddens me the most, TikTok, out of all platforms, actually kept their data and privacy safe. TikTok is the only social media platform that actually played it safe and fair. This platform was the reason many people started a career, from chefs to artists to business owners to teachers and many more talented people. Hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of people rely on TikTok as their main source of income, and all this income will be gone. I am surprised TikTok is getting banned, and a platform called OnlyFans seems like it was never a problem. The US doesn't want you to see content that you need to see. They want you to see content that they want you to see. Wow.
Who is John?
Seekers, man, what do you guys think about freaking TikTok? I guess China might be banned, bro. Me personally, man, I don't think it'll be banned, because I feel like the app is like so big, it's so huge, man. Like I said, I feel like they just, I guess, once who's ever behind it, I guess they just really want them to sell it. But TikTok, man, being gone, bro, that's gonna affect a lot of people, man. So we be getting our freaking It is that, bro. That's I said, Seekers, man. Tell me, man, should I make a Discord, bro? So I need y'all to send me some videos, man, in case something happens, man. So you all gotta be in this together, man. So you guys can send me some videos I can check out. That's gonna be crazy, bro. TikTok potentially being banned. What do you guys think, Seekers?
Josh Peck's dad. This is a question I never thought I'd be asking myself, but let's examine it. So, something I never knew about Josh Peck is that he's never publicly identified who his father is. Now, you may think that that's pretty normal, but in the world of Hollywood, I would say that it's highly irregular. Considering a lot of people in Hollywood are Nepo babies, or they have extensive Wikipedia pages written about them exposing their entire family trees, I think it's pretty wild that Josh Peck has managed to keep who his father is a complete secret. A secret that he started keeping from his early days starring on The Amanda Show. So I'm going to read you a little bit from Wikipedia. It says, Josh Peck was born in New York City. He grew up with his mother, Barbara Peck, who was a career coach, and his maternal grandmother. Josh has never publicly identified his father, who was a married co-worker of his mother, and Peck's birth was the result of an extramarital affair. Josh Peck never met his father, who died in 2013. Now, I'm not trying to pry into Josh Peck's family privacy. It's totally valid if he wants to keep that a complete secret. But I do think it's interesting because in Hollywood we usually know people's entire family trees and lineages. But not with Josh Peck.
I am officially done with humanity.
I haven't even thought about it like that, but that is, yeah, like I said, making us have some freaking raises some flags, bro. Because that is true, man. If you're in Hollywood, bro, you know, everybody knows, I guess, your freaking family tree and stuff, but no one knows about his dad. And he freaking passed away. Maybe just, there's some things, man, that I guess people who just don't want us to find out about it. So it's completely right, man. He has that privacy, but Seekers, it just makes us ask questions. So we guys know everything that's going on now with the freaking, with that documentary stuff that's coming on, man. Maybe there could be some probably video clips I can check out about that. Well, it makes you freaking really ask like important questions, bro. Make you raise these questions, man, about his freaking dad. What do you guys think, Seekers?
Dune 2 recently released, and people love it. But the problem is that they released a popcorn bucket that people love so much more. And the reasons that people love it so much is, let's just say they're not eating popcorn from it. Those are supposed to be teeth, god damn it. In fact, it turns out that it's so compelling that they sold out completely everywhere, leading people to start reselling them for hundreds of dollars, with some even labeling them as damaged or used.
What the
I think that's enough internet for the day.
I saw some, but I didn't freaking believe those Doom Tomb bucket Seekers, man. People were probably going freaking crazy over them, bro. I can't imagine how many freaking people got caught in that theater with that freaking bucket, bro. Tell you, man, that people do the things that people do nowadays, man, it's freaking crazy. Like, imagine you working at a theater, man. You walk in on somebody using a freaking bucket, bro. A popcorn bucket at that, man. It's just like, what the hell we go through people's minds when they be doing these things, but they don't even think it.
This man willingly allowed himself to be eaten alive by a cannibal. 43-year-old Armando Brands was an engineer from Berlin who always fantasized about being cannibalized by another human being. So in 2001, he began searching the website Cannibal Cafe, which was, yes, a legitimate website, for anyone willing to cook him and eat him. On the Cannibal Cafe website, that Brands met 30-year-old computer technician Armin Muse. Armin also had a fantasy of cannibalizing human flesh, so over the next few weeks, him and Brands messaged each other back and forth, discussing the best way to cook Brands' flesh and then dispose of his body after they were done. Finally, on March 9, 2001, Armando traveled to Armin's apartment and willingly allowed himself to be tied up before Armin began to try and chew off Armando's penis. Armin found that the penis was too chewy to bite off, so he instead castrated Armando with a knife before frying his severed penis in olive oil and then feeding it to him. After this, Armin proceeded to kill Armando by stabbing him in the neck and letting him bleed out in the bathtub for over 3 hours before he finally succumbed to his wounds. After Armando died, Armin proceeded to cut up his body into large chunks, storing them in a freezer, and over the next 6 months he would consume over 44 pounds of Armando's flesh. Armin would be caught 6 months later after looking for another victim on the Cannibal Cafe website. Now, at first, prosecutors weren't sure how to go about this case because Armando willingly allowed all this to happen, and they know this because Armin recorded the entire thing. The castration, eating of the penis, and the entire time Armando was telling Armin that he wanted more. However, since people can't consent to their own murder, Armin was eventually found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. However, to this day, he still gets weekly visits out to the city where he can roam about and do as he pleases.
So this murder?
So a person willingly wanted to be eaten, Seekers, man. That's one of the weirdest things I've ever heard, bro. Watching these videos with you guys, man. Like I said, imagine you in a court case and hear that, like he said, he recorded the whole thing and he said, more, I wanted more to happen to me. It's like, what the hell? I can't believe a website like that is up, speaking even up, bro. Just looking for cannibalism, you just type it in online, man. I'm telling you, man, this internet, bro, it gives us access to too many dangerous things, bro. They just need to freaking shut that shit down. How would a site like that even be freaking even open in the first place, man? You would think something like that would get shut down like that immediately, but it was up for a minute. Seekers. Like I said, one of the craziest cases I've heard, bro.
Their Texas couple's missing baby has finally been found after 42 years. And the story is crazy. Let's take a look. So in 1981, Dean Klaus, his wife Tina Lynn, and their baby Holly disappeared without a trace in East Texas. The only clue was from an anonymous caller who said that he had found Dean's car in California. And he claimed that 3 women in white robes drove it from Texas to California. Police were actually able to track down one of the women who called herself Sister Susan, and she claimed that Dean had joined a cult and renounced all earthly possessions. And she wouldn't tell them anything else. It actually wasn't until late last year that human remains found around the same time were confirmed to be Dean and Tina's. Dean had been beaten to death and Tina had been strangled. But that didn't answer what happened to Holly. This year, investigators were searching for human remains around where Dean and Tina were found. And that's when they got a genetics hit that Holly was alive and in Oklahoma. But get this, when they were talking to Holly, they found out that she had been left on the steps of a church in Arizona by none other than 3 women in white robes. Investigation is still pending, and they are really trying to figure out who these white-robed women are. But for now, at least we know that Holly is alive and well.
These people, bro, when they joining those things, man, they don't know what they freaking getting into, bro. They just said renounce all his worldly possessions and they included his daughter. And to see what freaking happened to him and the wife is just like, I wonder when it happened there, it's like, what the hell is going on, bro? Freaking joined a cult, and that's what freaking happened, man. That's why people, seekers, man, I about to stay away from stuff like that, bro. Because you never know what will happen, man. And they have to find those 3 freaking cloaked ladies, man. I don't know what the hell were they into. They was into this, man. Maybe they recruiting. But thankfully, nothing happened, like I said, to Holly, the baby. I wonder if they ever found them, seekers. We're going to have to check that out.
Imagine your friend being murdered while on FaceTime with you. Kelvie McRae was a stunning 18-year-old from Florida. She was a beautician and a model and was described as being very intelligent with a flair for life. Earlier this year, she'd been living at West Palm Beach. Her ex-boyfriend was 19-year-old Keyshawn Shaw. The pair had been together for around a year when she actually broke up with him. Now, she stated that he really didn't seem to accept the fact that things were over between them. A day prior to the tragic incident in question, police got a 911 call. Kelvie told the operator how her ex had tried to strangle her and had held a gun to her head. He tried to hold her against her will, and as she tried to flee the scene and get in a car and drive away, he had apparently flung himself onto the windshield and smashed it. Police charged him with false imprisonment, aggravated assault and battery. The day after, police responded to yet another 911 call. This time, though, it was a report of a shooting. Kelvie had been apparently on FaceTime with a group of her friends. Shockingly, her ex suddenly shot her in the head, neck and back. The incident unfolded in front of her horrified friends on FaceTime. They obviously reported what they'd witnessed to police. When authorities arrived, they found the ex in the house with gunshot wounds himself. Kelvy was unfortunately deceased. Keyshawn was leaning against a wall and was arrested and transferred to hospital. He then later died from his injuries.
These are pictures with the most horrifying...
Like, imagine, man, you freaking film this stuff on FaceTime, you just see that horrific app, bro. That's gonna freaking stay with them for the rest of their lives, man. Just because, man, like I said, he couldn't freaking accept, like he said at the end of the relationship, man. People like that, bro, are dangerous individuals, man. It's like they can't freaking register with reality, something like that, man. You tell them it's over, they just can't accept it, and they just freaking do the unthinkable, man. It's kind of hard to tell what type of person that is, bro, because you don't expect that going into the relationship, but going out of a relationship, man, it always shows somebody's true colors, bro. So because, man, bro, it's a freaking tragic, evil case, man. Freaking bone chilling, bro. Crazy seekers, man. These cases are really watching, bro.
This is Molly LaRue and Geoff Hood, and they are getting their photo taken before hiking the Appalachian Trail. And this was the last photo taken of the couple before they were murdered on Cove Mountain by a wanted drifter named Paul David Cruz. These two just looked so happy and excited to start their journey on this hike, but instead it ended in something they never would have expected in a million years. Next is a picture of Russian freerunner Pavel Kashin doing a backflip off the edge of a 16-story building. Pavel decided to stand on a ledge that was just 3 feet wide on a rooftop that was 16 floors above the ground. His friends Vladimir and Sasha were filming the stunt. After doing the backflip, Pavel struggled with the landing, losing his footing and falling from the roof to his death on the ground below. This picture is just very disturbing to me because Pavel has no idea that right when he finishes his backflip, he is going to fall 16 stories to his death. Next is a picture of a father posing with his daughter at graduation. However, this father isn't a normal father. This is Dennis Rader, also known as the BTK Killer. And at the time this photo was taken, he had killed 10 people over the span of 25 years. And he only stopped killing to raise his daughter, who is pictured here. The BTK Killer's story goes very deep, and in my opinion, he's definitely one of the most interesting serial killers ever. Next is a photo that all of you may be way too familiar with. This is the last known image of pregnant Shannon Watts. And just a few hours later, she as well as her 2 daughters, who were aged 3 and 4, would be dead, murdered by her husband and their father, Chris Watts. Also, he could start a new life with a woman he was cheating on her with. I've made many videos about this case, and it's one of those cases that will always stick with you after you're done reading it. Shannon Watts had no idea this would be the last time she would ever walk into her house and see her daughters. May she and those 2 young girls rest in peace.
That's a man. Just freaking crazy, bro. How those pictures, man. That's freaking backtrace, bro. Like I said, pictures can tell a freaking a million stories, man. If you really look at it and you really truly analyze it, man. It's like a certain basic picture, bro. Could be a good story or bad story, bro. Watching these videos together with you guys, man. That's something else I've also learned. Seekers. That's it, man, for this video for you guys today, man. Like I said, thank you guys for staying with me to the end of the video, man. Like I said, this month, man, I just been hitting y'all guys with hour-long videos, man. Like I said, I wanted to kind of do that with you guys, upload every single month. Tell me if you guys are enjoying that or not, man. If you guys kind of want me to go back to the regular format, but I just want to thank you guys who's been subbing up to this channel. Really appreciate that, guys. Also, guys, you guys can follow me on my social medias, man. They're down below. Also, hit that post notification bell so you always get notified when I upload a video. But right now, I'm dropping daily, so hopefully you guys appreciate that. Appreciate the efforts I've been putting in for you guys. Guys, gonna catch you in the next one. I'm out. Peace, seekers.